Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new TJ's World According to Wrestling. I'm your host, TJ Wiggins. I'm here to talk to you about Impact Wrestling, Friday Night Smackdown, and AEW Rampage. Let's go ahead and get started. First, I'd like to have a special mention to all the people that were released, the 18 different people. And I gotta just say that that's complete bullshit, man. That's total crap. People shouldn't be losing their jobs and having an excuse of budget cuts. If you want to throw out there the fact that it's too much of a bloated roster, that's an even much more acceptable excuse than just saying fucking budget cuts. When you're making $250 million, you don't need to fucking cut budgets. Fucking dumbasses. But anyways, let's get back to our show. So the first match on Impact is Black Taurus versus Laredo Kid versus Macklin versus Rohit Raju. It's a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match for the X Division title. Taurus, he's a big dude. He hits a fucking corkscrew moonsault. I thought that was pretty nice. Laredo Kid, he does a driver. I think it's Tiger Driver on Raju to win. He's going to be the number 1 contender. He won the match. Seconds, Violent by Design come out there, and Young talks about being violent by design forever and how once you're in this group, you never leave it. Possibly planting the seeds for Rhino, not being a man of his word. And Young starts to wrestle some jobber. He beats the living shit out of him in a minute. To prove to everybody that he's all about violence and how he's a dangerous man and should be taken seriously. Next, the Inspiration are in a hotel for a stupid promo, but find the Women of Decay have infiltrated the hotel room and start playing tricks like writing on the wall and laughing and cackling and shit. So have been on TV for a grand total of 2 weeks now, and they're already doing some stupid shit I don't care about. I love, the Inspiration, the Iconics, but this is fucking retarded. So, God. But anyways, next we had the Good Brothers versus Thin Juice. Excuse me. We basically just had a 4-man smosh breaks out in the middle of this match. The Bullet Club come out there and starts, beating every team up. Then the referee calls for the bell, rules this match a no contest. And that's only going to further this program. So I definitely see another triple threat tag match in the future. Next, we had Mickie James. She defended the belt against Madison Rayne. And Mickie James won. She retained her belt. There's a stupid spot where she and whoever Rayne's manager is, that fucking idiot, were literally having a tug of war with her. Mickie James is pulling her into the ring while her manager is pulling her outside of the ring. And it was completely fucking stupid. She should have gotten, fucking goddamn mat burn or whatever the fuck. For being scraped across the surface for that damn long. It was just stupid. And, Mickie James, she hits the DDT, she wins. And then, in a surprising twist, Mercedes Martinez, she comes out there and challenges James for the belt. So I definitely see that being Mickie James' next challenger for Turning Point, I believe. Next we had Chris Sabin versus Madman Fulton. They had a good match where it was actually a lot of action. Sabin gave Fulton a lot of offense. He sold for him very well. Trying putting him over. And then Sabin was able, to hit an inside cradle on Fulton out of nowhere. And was able to win and pick up the match. And I think that was really pretty good match. Next, we had a huge 6-man tag of Moose, W. Morrisley, and Suzuki versus Matt Cardona, Eddie Edwards, and Josh Alexander. Let the carnage begin, man. I mean, it's a 6-man tag, right? It first started off with some good tagging in and out. And, Suzuki, the first action he saw in the match was to go up against Josh Alexander. That was fantastic. There's some slaps and chops going on that I think were a little bit stiff. That was awesome. But of course, with every 6-man tag match, it always has to break down on every single guy fighting in the middle of the ring. The referee tries, to uphold the rules, but with this many people, it's just so fucking hard. And, when they finally do fight, all fight in the middle of the ring, he doesn't even try to counter whatever. He just waves his arms every now and then to, hey, stop it, guys. Stop it, you guys, stop this. But, to hell with that. The finish of the match is Morrissey hits Eddie Edwards with this, gigantic powerbomb on him and pins him. And your winners are W. Morrissey, Suzuki, and Moose. So now we go on to Smackdown, where Reigns comes out there for a promo and questions Heyman's loyalties again. Woods and Kingston comes out there. And this sets up a match between Woods and, Jimmy Uso, for the main event where the loser has to bow down to the other one's leader. They say bend at the knee. Why can't you just say kneel? Or bow down or hail too, but, whatever. Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. Naomi rolls up Baszler to win. That's fucking ridiculous. Naomi can never beat Baszler in a real fight or scripted fight, and it's fucking ridiculous. And then Sonya comes out there and restarts the match. And in match 2, Baszler chokes Naomi out, which should have been the finish anyways. That was fucking fantastic to see her choke him out. Next, McIntyre beats Ricochet. It's funny how Ricochet's supposed to be babyface, yet he comes in there and he fucking slaps McIntyre right in the mouth. So he promptly gets his ass beaten. Next, we have War Machine versus Corbin and Moose, and War Machine wins by a countout. So that's going to further a program that's going to go on next week. Out of all the releases, why not release fucking Corbin and Moss? They don't goddamn do shit. Next we have the main event. It's Woods versus Jimmy Uso. The loser has to kneel or whatever. Woods actually wins. He wins, with, a winning combination. It's pretty fantastic. But the thing is that once, the match is over and, the things that are actually supposed to happen, the bloodline get involved and lay both Woods and Kingston out. So that's going to be furthering a program between the two of them. Which is eventually going to lead to Woods challenging Reigns for the belt. And goddamn Reigns is going to win. But, at least they're actually putting time into building something. So now we go on to AEW Rampage, which is Danielson versus Anthony Bowens. The Acclaimed did this great rap talking about how Danielson's father-in-law, how they kill careers quicker than Danielson's father-in-law, and I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. And Danielson does a good job of bringing the best out of his, opponent, teaching them a lot, telling them what spots to be in, and how to win or whatever. And Danielson hits the bell lock, the crossface, and Bowens taps out. Next we have Punk comes out there for a promo. He calls out Kingston. Kingston storms into the ring. They get into a verbal joust about shit that's happened to him on the indies, 15, 16 years ago. And, that ends with Punk and Kingston at Full Gear. That's going to be a good match. I can't wait to see that. Next, we have the final match of the first round of the women's, TBS title tournament, which is Red Velvet versus the Bunny. And, Red Velvet wins with the final slice. I thought that was pretty nice. And she's going to be going up against Jade Cargill in the next round of the tournament, which is, going to be a rematch. And I can't wait to see that match. I believe Jade's going to win. But next, the final match, the main event, we have John Silver versus Adam Cole. And I only care about, out of the Dark Order or the Super Clique, I only fucking care about Adam Cole. He's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I wanted him to win, and he did. It was nice, and it was quite markish to talk about how the WWE wanted to use Cole, but how he wanted to cut his hair and change his name and have him be a manager or whatever. But, how are you going to talk now when goddamn Adam Cole gives you 2 super kicks and hits the last shot on your ass to win? That'll shut your fucking mouth. So that's just going to further this thing. It was a good match for Cole. It was an alright match for John Silver. I just don't really see why Cole would really want to elevate this guy. But hey, we'll see what happens in the future, right? And those are my thoughts. Thank you all for listening, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Turn on notifications bell. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.